like it's going to be hard for me to sink and counter. But you also make some things happen when a guy grabs your wrist. So I grab he goes here, now I grab his wrist, and then he grabs my wrist. Okay, it looks like a weird pickle, but it sets up some cool techniques because I let go of his wrist and I go here. Now I set myself up in a position I can hit a shot. Okay, whether, even though he has my wrist here, I'll bring a cross. So from here, I can now hit a high crotch into a shot. Okay, I'm not going to get into the high crotch at the moment, but the idea is, yeah, he gets here, I get here, he grabs my wrist, now it's open, and I can come in. Okay, all right. So, but that can work against you too. One of the best and simplest ways to get rid of that wrist and a downward grip is what I do is keep my elbow tight, drop my base so I get a little under him, and I just open up my hand and just come up and grab. Okay? Now I have a wrist grip and I can use that to my advantage. All right? Now, one of the other ways, if you like, say you want to get an underhook from here, instead of just grabbing the head and pummeling, what I'll do is throw an elbow through, get my elbow to the inside, and now swim for the underhook. Okay? So he grabs my wrist, boom. Now I have that wrist, I can go to my drag, okay, boom. Now I can roll my elbow, get inside, okay. And then of course he grabs my wrist, boom, boom, grab that head, pummel for that dominant underhook, okay. Something interesting to go for, okay. He goes for like a cross grip. Now I'll just take my head position, boom. Because now, once I'm here, say he tries to arm drag this arm, he can't get past my head. So now I'm in a good spot to work my 2-on-1 style. Okay? He grabs my wrist on top, like here, up. You know, it's like he's trying to push my arm down. Well, that makes him vulnerable to drags too. Okay? He grabs my wrist. I move my head. Now I'm back into my 2-on-1. You're going to see like head position can really fudge things up. Okay? And I can use it to my advantage. So when I'm moving here, I really care more about my head placement more than anything. Okay? Because if he gets it on me, he's going to have access. If I get it on him, I'm going to have access. Okay? So as I'm moving, I'm keeping here. Now, if he's playing low, I'm playing low. Okay? And now we're getting in more into that, like the shoe, okay? Here's the thing. When you're playing here, protect your lead leg unless you're baiting your lead leg, okay? To protect your lead leg, left hand down, this is the block, okay? It's like a down block, my down block arm, all right? Meaning down block, okay? And I'll reach with my other hand. Okay, now me personally, I'm always kind of checking, okay? And what I'm looking for is someone to make a mistake and dip their body a little too low where I can club them. Now, I'm not going to do it to him, size difference and everything. Is simply clubbing a guy is a big part of the game. Sometimes you see guys doing this and somebody goes a little too rough, and then what happens? It just escalates into a slapping fight. Then it turns into something illegal, right, for the grappling. All right? And fighting, it's awesome. Okay? And it's just clubbing. I'm not going to get him hard, but it's just like, boom. Just kind of smack him. And the reason why guys do that is they're looking for, if I club you and your head dips too much, then I can attack. So whether I club him, he goes a little too down, now you can see I can attack. Or he overcompensates and gets himself tall. So I go like this, he pops up. There's my shot. You see what I'm saying? This stuff's kind of common, but I know some beginners, those are the guys buying instructionals. So those little things, you know, like I said, you see in other instructionals, maybe with wrestlers, they'll get into more setups, but I just want to give you some verbiage and some talks about some things here. Okay. The other thing is I've got a good feel. Like say somebody's reaching for my head, I'll catch it. Okay. Now from here, I'll go turn, and then instead of going to this and focusing on this, I go tuck my chin, boom. That guarantees me the position because I can go here and then he puts his head in the way. Now I got to work around this. Doesn't mean I can't move, pummel, and get it back, but now he's already countered before I got going. So don't get too caught up in the grip sometimes. Make sure, for me personally, it's all about that head position. Okay? And I'm leaving a lot of things out here, but this is just like a rough overview. Now, you say he's fighting a little taller, I'm playing one leg forward, or you play squares, pretty common. Just because of MMA, I'm left leg forward. Like I said, if I was a wrestler, I'd probably be power leg forward. But like I said, I was MMA, so everything's a little weird for me. I like to keep, if I'm going to start playing the pummeling game, I'll start keeping my elbows in, and I'll start paying attention with my hands. Like, because I might have to defend. And if I want to get wrists, so he's kind of in an athletic position, I'll keep my elbows staying here, and then move my body, and when I grab him, he's going to feel my body weight. So here, so he can feel my body weight hanging on him. And now I'm nice